Who will be first out of the pit lane today? I know it was Dorado most of the time last season. Toxic says dry all the way. Thank you for that information. I can't see any activity in any of these pit garages yet, aside from one on the end. I have no idea. That looked like a Haas to me. It was a Haas. Salmon Baker 4067 is the first car to venture out the pit lane. Do I know how much this is? Like 50 quid or something. It's very expensive. I should mention I've changed the audio a bit. If the onboards are still too loud, just scream at me in chat and I'll change them. But this should be good for the moment. I also cannot remember the standings aside from that Reese is leading them, so have fun with that. Adoro Tay retires to serve a quali ban. Did Adoro retire? He did. You asked me that as he retired, Pixels. Onboard's too loud. Okay, thank you. I will turn those down again. It's because I can't hear them properly because I have music on. Because I don't want to go insane during this. Freesh is also disconnected. Unless I just can't turn down... Hang on. If I set that to 0, what happens? Okay, that's not it. We're gonna fix this together. If I can remember where audio settings are. Yeah, crossplay is... They've tested it for 2 weekends now. We're told it is coming, we just need to work out when. I'm gonna put that back up, we'll keep the music quiet. Yeah, it's annoying that you can't do individual car volume, but... Is that better? Here are some example words to fill the space. Simon Bacon, first car on the lap. Someone dropped it out the far corner, I think, as Freesh gets back into the lobby. 15.5 minutes to go here. Purple sector 1 from Salmon, that is to be expected, but the car behind, OJ English, I was not in time to see if they went purple or not. But back on board with Salmon. Do you think their favourite fish is salmon? Yellow flag in sector 1, that's a animal moving slowly, but I think that's just the game doing a slight weirdness. Salmon Baker is the driver that stays inside the chicane. Will be interesting to see if we see anyone else, or anyone venture outside of them, as Broughton has a bit of a spin, maybe cold tyres there. Not quite up to speed. The game is called F121, F122, and I'll drop it in chat for you. Back on board with Salmon, who has gone purple with a 29.3. I'm sorry I missed the end of that. Followed by English, who does a 29.0, 3/10 faster. Freesh is emerging out of the pit lane, but next car across will be... Salmon's teammate of I Like Animal in the Hearth for an invalid lap. Who's going to be the next person for the next invalid lap? Curly for the Alpha Tower. It's been a slower start to this session in general than what I would have expected, but I suppose it's not a good enough need to go out just yet. Good run to the line, keeps it close to that right hand wall. 28.9 for the Alpha Tower. Reese will be next, a 28.3. It takes a provisional pole by just over 5/10, I think that is. So every driver has gone quicker than the last so far. Broughton aborts the lap back into the pit lane. It was not quite an optimal pit entry, you want to go a bit more to the left, I think. Yeah, it's so expensive. I don't know if you have, like, EA Play on that, but there's a trial on it there. That's, yeah, it's quite expensive. Who else is going to be next to the line? Not Animal. It's a Red Bull, it might be Party to start a lap. There's a McLaren coming. You're starting a lap as well. Is it Pixels? It's Pixels in the Aston Martin. Welcome back, Dorado. Pixels does a 30.5. Might have been spooked by Toxic Demon in the McLaren in front there. I don't know. There's a slow McLaren at that chicane exit, and it's Reese who has looped it in the McLaren. Not quite what you want on a title charge, but it's better to do it in qualifying than the race. Rise tucks in 7 milliseconds behind Reese. Once again, these two so close. It's not even funny how close they are. You couldn't write, well, you could write this, but you couldn't get them to do it very well because it's. Well, I guess you could say get as close as to a 28.4 as you can. That'd be a way to script it. But I can assure you, this is not. I should shush, but this is not scripted. If it was, I would not be tripping over my words like this, I hope. Party will be next to the line in that Red Bull sponsored by Oracle. I don't know if like $1 billion of sponsorship money now or something. Aborts the lap, sends it into the pit lane, which will mean Demon will be the next car to finish a lap. Takes a nice line out of the hairpin. Dorado, do you need an invite by any chance? Run to line 30.0, narrowly misses out on breaking into the 29s. That is unfortunate for the McLaren, but it'll be Fresh next to the line. I'm interested to see what lap time they can do here. Had a good start at Austria, but just got slightly screwed. Goes P8 with a 44.4. Had to abort that lap, or maybe has spin somewhere. Not quite optimal, not what they would have been after. There is no one really on a lap, but we will sit on board with Animal. This isn't charging very well anymore. Oh, that had it charging. There we go. We leave it like that and don't touch it. So I'm at an angle to chat. But it'll have to do. So, I Like Animal come through the hairpin to start their first successful flying lap of the day. Meanwhile, there's a slow McLaren in the second sector? Yeah, second sector. That can only be Demon. Pixels in the background of your... In the background of your screen, leaving the pit lane. It was still like 10. But too early. Oh, someone's gone very far off track there. That was the AlphaTauri just getting out of the way of Animal here. Animal just taking a nice run out of turn 7, I think that is. I don't know my corner numbers very well here at Miami because it's a very weird track for them. It's a bit like Austria, it's just kinks, not really corners. So, can maximize... Sorry, could have maximised the entry a bit more there. Just you can push track limits quite a lot. You know, really push where your car is on entry. Both McLarens now on track as El Dorado drops it out of the session, and Reese will be the next car to the scene of the incident. What's happened? Oh, that's a really unfortunate place to do it. Yeah, I see, Dorado. You'll get another chance, you just have to bring it back in the race. So I think Impulse has also gone out somewhere, I'm not quite sure where, as Animal comes to finish the lap, does a 30.2. Puts them in P7. Curly comes across to start a lap in that AlphaTauri, I believe. Currently on a 28. You should do, because Adora retired first. Broughton hates this guy. Wait, when did you go out? Oh, you've done what Reese did a while ago. Yeah, you just have to be so careful with the curves in these cars. They're very rotating. Rise is coming through to start a lap. Not sure if we'll be able to see Broughton's car in time. We will not, but I think this tells quite a big story. So Reese and Rise here, both coming through to start flying laps in the session. So if Rise makes a mistake, he's going to impact Reese's lap as well. I mean, it's going to be what, 13th? That's not the end of the world. It's not the worst place to be. There are worse places to start. And plus, you can afford to back off in that position and let the turn 1 carnage happen as Reese spins it! The rear of that McLaren has let go on him through turn 7. Yeah, just play strategy. You know, anything can happen. Rise maximising entry to that corner a little bit more, but no one is yet to push it to the wall that we've seen. I mean, just when the race starts. I will if I remember. Rise Verde is the first driver that we have seen cheesing the chicane. Be interesting to see how many more drivers do that. It's a purple second sector and I am not surprised about that. You have to wonder whether Reese would have done the same. And I think, well, with Reese just behind Rise and starting this lap, we would like to think that he would have held that for the final run, not wanting to give his currently biggest rival an edge. But he improves by 3/10 to a 28.009, narrowly bordering the 27s. Reese returns to the pit lane on a short set of softs. I am not surprised by that. Who else have we got finishing a lap here? Toxic Demon will be the next one, as Freesh looted it at turn 7 as well. Can't keep that car parked there, it's not going to get disqualified, so let Rise go through, and you need to get that car going, Freesh. You can't afford for a repeat of what happened in Austria. How did I forget? I've only just remembered what happened in Austria. Well. Yes. Party is slotted in at somewhere with a 30.3. Demon aborted the lap, so it'll be... Oh no, Crowley and Party both coming into the lane again. So easy to spin in the first. It is so easy. It looks quite treacherous. Just gotta do what you can with it really, and try and not let it spin. Not sure if they've patched the track limits bug, so might be able to use some of that Pirelli sponsorship and arc it in. Yes, I can final corner spied. Yeah. You just have to be careful. Just don't light up the rears and see what the car does. Who's going to be next to the line? The Rise Verde, he's going to pit lane. Pixel's also coming in. English is on an out lap. Salmon also, so it's Freesh coming to finish this lap, but this is the one they spun on. So 4.5 minutes left of qualifying. Pole predictions, please, from chat. Freesh comes through to start another lap. So they must think the tyres are in a good enough condition. Oh. Yeah, or try 1/3. Freesh almost getting into an notification with Demon there. Oh, and loses it as I look at chat. The front wing on that Ferrari is gone, and they are lucky to still have all 4 wheels on that wagon. So, what are you going to do with Demon here? Oh, they've both gone the same way. Freesh ends up being let through, but needs a new front wing on that Ferrari quite desperately. Once again, turn 7 claiming yet more victims. Yeah, that's just making sure. You can definitely keep all your wheels on the right side of that sausage, but how much can you push it is the question. I think English is finishing a lap here in the Williams. No idea what the time is going to be, but it will be a 28.1. That puts them P2. So OJ English could be in the running to take a race win today. Anyone else Nope, Sam Baker is doing things. Rise just lets Baker go past. Prix comes to finish the lap. It's a 36.7. I'm not quite sure what they're up to at this point. Are they intending to start further back? Because I'm not an aerodynamicist, but you do tend to need a front wing. The McLaren has dropped it there. That's Toxic Demon, teammate of Reese, the car we're currently on board with. Just gonna have to watch for the traffic here. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to impede any laps. There goes Party. There's a Freesh way off track. I don't know if that's something intentional or not. Of course, it could just be that this is a ploy to test the 0-0 wings that's now a thing in this game. Because this is quite literally 0 wing on the front. Very track limits. Invalid lap to be expected. Even though you can't try that on a flyer. But speaking of flyers, Rise Verde is going to be doing 2 back-to-back laps here. Hopefully they will have the battery and fuel. Battery. We'll keep that in mind, Dorado. It's a very aggressive run from Rise, but might have been a mistake dipping some wheels over those curves. You're really using all of the available space in turn 7 to take a nice run. Don't clip the Tech Pro. Purple to the first sector. I wish we could see Reese's sector claims simultaneously. Codemasters, please add that for the next game. I would like to commentate FVC, probably 4 or 5 with that. Through the weird corner of weirdness, the stadium section. What will they do at the chicane? They don't cut it this time, maybe leaving some margin on track, or maybe that is just the faster line. But that Alpine looks absolutely on rails. It looks like a great car to drive, so comfortable. Oh, what have I done there? Good run through the hairpin. Maybe could have pushed a little bit more on exit, but slightly better to leave something on track than to overextend yourself. And they've gone into the wall at the last moment. The front wing has come off that car. I looked down for a split second because I dropped something, and now I don't know what on earth is going to happen. Reese improves by 5/10, so as things stand, he will be on pole position in Miami. And he takes pole by 4/10 with a 7.6. Curly finishes off with a 28.4. That puts them into 4th. So just waiting on Rise Verde to finish. So now we have that lap right. So they were 2/10. They lost 2/10 because of not cutting the chicane. Interesting. So I don't know if they intentionally put that on the wall or not. I didn't see. Fighting the battle of survival to get back up again. Yeah, you might be, unfortunately. Just keep the car in one piece is my best advice to you. I know it's the obvious thing, but it's just gotta keep the car intact. You know? Ooh, contact with the Haas. So is that going to be a late grid penalty? The game says no. But right, you can't just sit there. They are an AI, you can go. Didn't even get to set up this time. Yeah. It's so unfortunate. Oh, Carly! Oh, not Carly. Oh, right, that's the case of reading two things and trying to say a thing. Carly binned in the final corner. That's so unlucky. Sorry, the coverage of that was a bit poor. Odds be going P3. Yeah! You never know. It might happen. Just Short shift, get on the rest into third, I find. Those 4 tenths around the corner. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I should probably do the grid rundown, shouldn't I? Reese takes pole by almost 4 tenths, followed by Rise and English. 4th down was Carly, Salmon, Demon, Animal, Pixels, Party, and Fresh to round out the top 10, who coincidentally are the only drivers to set times. 11th down will be Broughton, Impulse, Adoro, and Dorado. Those bottom 2 I'm not sure about, because Adoro did retire first, so... Stand by behind the door. Yeah, I don't get it either. The game might swap you around on the grid. Sure hope so. There's your driver's thing for you, and there are all the incidents. Cannot believe you sped in the pit lane like this, Pixels. Care to explain yourself? So, we get underway for our formation lap. Reese took pole in an otherwise quite exciting qualifying session here, and is one of the only cars to brave it out and start on the hards. Right behind for the Alpine, Toots is on the soft, followed by English and Curly and Baker / Salmon, I don't know what I'm naming, probably Baker. All 3 on the soft. Demon and Animal 6th and 7th take the mediums, Pixel soft, Party Fresh on the medium. Broughton on the hard, Impulse, Adoro medium, and Dorado takes the soft. There's your predicted pit stop strategy. I don't know why you would do a hard medium. I could see a hard soft being a thing. Apparently you chose soft. Reese has been timed out for 5 seconds by the Nightbot. That's a good start. Yeah, Broughton Games says you chose... Wait, no. Oh, right, I see. You chose soft and the game has put you on hards.
Thank you, Codemasters. I presume that's also what's happened to Reese. Good!
Hope for an early safety car, I guess. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, I just got my control. That was interesting. Being a bit weird. Yeah, that'll be fine. Can you hear me? I hope you can. Did it? I don't know, that might be a good shout. That could be it. I truthfully have not got a clue. There's your predicted pit stop strategy on screen again, if you missed it for the right reason. I swear, if you're on the hards, just do a hard soft. Or a hard medium if there's a good safety car, but... just one stop still. We'll just work it out. Do soft, do hard like that 9 and then do soft or something. I don't know. Anyway, people starting to park on the grid now. Reese angling that car a tiny bit to the right, gets disqualified. So is Demon. Rise angles that car to the left, keeps it legal. English, Curly, Baker all legal. Everyone is parked up here. Reese is on pole. It's 5 lights. We are away in Miami with some delayed direction times from all drivers. Immediately Reese gets swamped by Rise and English, so Rise is leading through turn 1 and there's a spin and it's all gone a bit wrong behind. There is, I think it was Pixels that got spun, or was spun, or maybe it was Salmon that spun and Pixels went into him. So it's a bit of a jumbled up order, but your top 4 at the moment are Rise, English, Demon, Reese, Curly, and wait, that's your top 6. Well, there's your top 6. Trying to find all of the battles, what's going on here. Dorado gets past Pixels. Pixels has a damaged wing. It's all gone a bit crazy here. Impulse looking to get around the outside of Animal here. Bit of wheel banging very close between them, but Impulse seems to have got the place. Broughton takes a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. I'm not surprised, Broughton. That was absolutely disgusting. Broughton 3. Oh, is that no? That Shadows made it look like you had a puncher. But Broughton within half a second of Animal heading towards the hairpin. But Reese is kind of struggling here. Rise goes back with the 34-3, that's to be expected. Impulse might be trying to size up a move on Curly. The bottom 3 cars all into the pit lane. This is going to be the most scatterbrained commentary ever, but oh well. Yeah, they'll be fine. Yellow flags come out as Frisch has had an issue in that Ferrari. The front wing is intact though, so they are okay to keep on going. Do you feel this pulled itself apart a bit? No hugely manic battles like we had in Austria, but Animals trying to size up a move on Impulse. This could be one of the main stories of the race with a nice helicopter, well no, not really helicopter camera, but above-ish view that we can't really use because someone decided to put the stadium in the way. Reese slowly closing up to the back of his teammate that definitely seems to be struggling on those hards. If I were him, I would be in as soon as possible for a set of mediums to get some boots on it. 6/10 separate them, but again, Demon is just able to take that extra exit speed. Rise goes purple again. Rise went purple, then English went purple, then Reese went purple, and you know, they all did the exact same time. Of course, Reese with a considerable tyre disadvantage here, so you have to wonder, if he had that McLaren on the tyres he wanted it to be on, what kind of times could he be doing? But he's definitely starting to close up to his teammate. Of course, Reese is the championship leader. It's quite early, but this is only a 6-round season. So I would not be surprised if we saw some team orders start to come in either today or next week. Frisch having more issues in the first sector there. Reese really gaining on Demon. Looks to the inside, just steams up the inside into the heavy braking zone. Not quite sure what's up with Frisch's car, but they're going again, so Reese has now settled that McLaren in front of his teammate. Just using perhaps a better setup, or maybe it is just pure driver skill to scythe through. 1.3 to the car in front. He'll be looking to try and close that gap, but his teammate will have DRS. So will this be something that Reese has to worry about? Meanwhile, Broughton is closing rapidly. Party is closing. Adora is closing rapidly on Party. Adora just gets him round the outside long before the brimstone. And there's a battle up front as Animal goes into Broughton. Broughton resets the track just in time for Adora to not get collected. So Party gets back by on Adora. It's quite a manic fight up here for P3. There's quite a few things going on. Animal going for a change of front wing. Not surprised that Haas took damage in the spin. Curly, all kinds of offline there. Definitely looks to be struggling. Reese is starting to put time on OJ English, but won't be close enough to have DRS, so might be left vulnerable to his teammate once again. So that being said, I think maybe he's burning off a bit more electrical energy because Demon has not been able to close. Frisch into the pit lane for a set of hards as Dorothée gets back past Party. Party trying to get back around the outside. We'll have the inside to the next corner, but Adoro just stays ahead. Toxic Demon with a dodgy run out of that corner onto the back straight, so now Reese does not have the DRS car behind to worry about anymore and can just start taking time out of English. Locks up a tiny bit into the hairpin, but just about gets it stopped, maybe runs a tiny bit deep. Meanwhile, Broughton has also got past the door in the background. Reese goes past with a 31-3, using everything that car has at the moment as Curly looks to the inside of Adoro-Tay. Adoro-Tay is going to have the inside for the next corner, but Curly's going to have the inside for the next one. And he takes the position, but Talk Demon isn't going to let this one go so easily as Pixels gets disqualified. Do I want to know why? And Pixels then... What on earth? So he got disqualified, then he retired. But there's no time for confusion as Reese is setting up a move on English, looks to the outside, uses the DRS. And it's a full safety car, they make contact. And that might have been a minor illegal overtake there for Reese. So, chat, what do you do in this situation? What do you do in Reese's shoes? If I was in his shoes, I would take mediums, run along to the end, and see what has to happen. Of course, softs could be a shout, but you're going to be quite high on wear by the end, and the game doesn't think you can take them for all that long. So, who's going to be in the pit lane? Rise will be, English will be, Reese will be, Curly will be, Demon won't be. So perhaps going to be braving out for another safety car, but will have control on the restart now. Impulse has also stayed out. Adoro comes in, so does Broughton Party, and Dorado is too far back for us to know. So FV Pixels, if you are in chat and you have graced us with your presence as Demon gets disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag, what happened to you then? What happened with you? And what's happened with Demon? I have a feeling this might be the game once more operating at its peak. I'm interested to see what actually happened with Pixels. Does say you DNF'd. Why did your radio just say... Uh-oh. Right! So, this is a glitch that was in the last game as well. Basically, Singapore. Summer 2022 Summer Series qualifying F1 21. We were told that the forecast would be dry. You know. And Jeff said a radio message that I missed saying, "Oi, rain in 5 minutes." And then it rained, and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I should have listened to the told me, "Oi, it's gonna rain," but I didn't because things are dry. So yeah, it's gonna rain in 10 minutes. Have fun with that. This could be a very spicy end to the race here. Get a bit of dry to wet. Pixels, please tell us what's happened with you, but you've left the session. Sky. Yeah, what happened? Like, you're not the kind of driver that speeds under a safety car. What's going on? What did you do? Did you speed to try and get past people in the pit lane? Or was it funny about you overtaking them? It gave you a second. Yikes. That's just unfortunate. That's oh. Yes. That's cruel from Codemasters. What's gonna happen with Prix? They are ghosted, they're still in the session. They're also. I mean, it might only be 2 laps after the safety car and it'll start raining. which case, rain lap 10 could be wet enough to see it coming on inters. Would be a split strategy decision, depends on wet it gets. If it's getting really wet, I'd come in for inters and then try and make the time back. But if it's in like the last 2 laps, you don't stop, you go to the end. You can also double bluff and like, oh wait, I'm going to the pit lane, and you don't. I think I'm Marley for that once, it's quite fun. I am very much rambling whilst playing catch. With an empty bottle of flavoured water. So, mid-race predictions. Who's gonna win it? I think any of the top 3 could really win today, so it's... you know. And my... right, I was gonna try and change... okay, I guess we're going through that one. I like... why not? Safety car is in this lap. So the Impulse leading us from the restart is an Alpine 1-2. When will Impulse go? Everyone's taking up behind. He's thinking about it. He's gone now, and everyone in this field has been absolutely caught napping. Reese will be keen to clear English as soon as possible. Just send it up the inside to get that done. There's an AlphaTauri going in quite deep. So is a Red Bull. Reese and English side by side. Kearney stuck his nose in as well, but it's not quite going to happen. Kearney gets English though. English now looking to get back past Curly. Curly keeps the position, is very offline though. English could try and use a better run through turn 7. Doesn't quite happen as a Dorothée looks up the inside of Broughton as well. These two still side by side. What was the time on that? But it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't, you sent 3 cars into the pit lane, I'll tell you that. Broughton though is about to get all of them as Adora and English make contact. English out of the race. That one is just firmly in the wall. I like Animal to be the last car to see the crime. Let's see how bad of a possession that Williams is in. That's so unfortunate. I think those cars just got locked together as a full safety car gets deployed once more. Respun in front of the... Respun? I didn't see. No Pixels, what went on with you? Why are you not in this race anymore? What did you do? Right, lap 8 out of 14. Are we going to see anyone coming for the softs? Rise no. Impulse comes in, and Dorothée leaves the session. Restate, yeah. Well, no, Curly is coming in. Is that AlphaTauri got wing damage, perhaps? So just Party. That AlphaTauri does have wing damage. Yeah, all the kind of final few coming in. Reese stays out. Party takes a 5 seconds. So Animal, last car on track, will also be the last car into the. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Hit the curb too much, or just did the rear let go on you? I'm gonna skip this one because I'm trying to repeat it for all of qualifying. And I've skipped into adverts. Yay! Skipping into adverts. Soft, Harley. Says they're fresh, so you got something on that. That's, oh. Those crashes are the worst when you sort of doing what you're supposed to be doing and it goes and you know it's gone and you just inescapable dread of I'm going into that wall, and you know it's always going to be the soft crashes that take off the wheel when they shouldn't. So where's the fast ones where you lose a wing and the slow ones where you lose a wheel, I found? Unless you're me at Spa in the Summer Series. There you do lose a wheel on D-Numbers, one of your title rivals, and it's not a very fun time. And then your main rival wins the race. Okay. Not as bad as season 4 at Mexico, so that's fair. Oh, that's a really dodgy glitch then. Also, whoever said it's gonna rain in 10 minutes? Yeah, that's some cloud. Maybe intermediates this lap. Come in, get your stun on the safety car. Party takes 5 seconds speeding onto the pit lane. Please be going on to intermediates, I beg. Everyone's soft. Go on to, right. Someone, please, try my strategy and go on to inters, because it's gonna rain. They're gonna be overheating like mad on the safety car. But it is about to rain, and it would be the biggest brain strategy if you came in for inters. I'm sorry, it would be. Like if I was party right now, I'm coming in for inters because inters right now would be the biggest call, and it might work, it might backfire, but that's what I would do in party position because look, it's gonna rain. Jeff Mark even has said it's gonna rain. It's been about 8 minutes. It's going to rain. Look at the sky. You're on the safety car. You've got a free stop. Stop now. Take inters and you're gonna be on like 10-15% when the rain starts, but you would be a tight. But maybe that was wrong because it hasn't started raining yet. So yeah. Oh, what the friggity frack? You know when you drink something carbonated and it kind of goes out your nose, doesn't? I just had that, but from inhaling oxygen. This isn't what? This isn't the song I told it to put on, is it? Oh, it must be. I don't remember liking any of you, but apparently I did. Safety car will be in this lap. Right, Verde, backing up the pack. My inter strategy was wrong, so yes. Very glad no one listened to me on that. It's so dark. It's gonna rain before here. When will Rice go? He goes now out of the hairpin, and they've all stacked up a little bit behind. Is that someone backwards? No, it is not. So, Reese will not be close enough for a look into turn 1. I don't think you'll see any moves occurring here, though. Front row seats from Broughton. It's Impulse versus Freak. Freak going long on that harder tyre. It's Ferrari on Ferrari once more. Broughton is going to take the position round the outside. A lovely overtake. Yeah, I genuinely would have been in that situation. Oh wait, you're about to tell him. Oh, good thing you didn't, because it might not even rain at this point. Oh, again! Impulse and Salmon. It's happened again here in Miami. So maybe the inter strategy is going to be back on after all. I'd quite like to know what occurred with that one. That's going to be the thumbnail. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Anyway, full safety car is deployed once more. Toxic, I see you are in contact with Impulse. Could we get a little explanation of what that just was? We've had 2 incidents of the same thing, and it's taken out 3 cars. So, inter strategy. Someone do it. Come on, do it! Please. Someone has to do it. Adora I think is going for it. So is Broughton. I think we're kind of at the point where this is going to work now. It looks like it's going to rain. Curly takes a 5-second. Oh, have I sent 3 people into like 4 inters? Nope, all 3 of these are for softs. Which is probably the best thing. I can see inters. Curly, I like the thinking. I'm convinced it's going to rain. If it doesn't rain, I'm sorry. But I'm so convinced it has to rain. It said 10 minutes ago it would rain. It's so cloudy. And we're on the safety car. You get a free-ish stop out of it as long as you can keep the car out of the wall. It has to rain, surely. I protest my penalty. I don't think they normally get removed, but you can try. I don't think FX removes them, but you can definitely try. I'm a bit worried that the stage car's going to be in the slap, but it should. Also, Carly, I'm so sorry if I put you on the wrong tyre. I'm convinced. I am so convinced that it will rain. It has to rain. Surely it's going to rain. I'm going to brake early whilst it's not raining. It has to rain. I'm convinced it has got to rain. It can't not rain. Look at the sky. Safety car will be in the lap. Oh really, was it Mark who put you on into the fair play? Safety car will be in this lap. Oh, there's been a huge accident! Party gets us fighting for a severe collision with Animal. What happened between those two? No puncture at least. So Rise Verde will be taking us on the restart. When will he go? Oh, we baited it. He goes now. Party will be into the pit lane for a new wing. It's Reese up to the podium. Party takes another penalty feeding the pit lane. Reese going to be hoping to make a move, but it's Curly. No, not Curly. Adora has gone steaming up the inside of two cars. Braun and Dorado. Dorado and Braun make contact. Braun into the loose front wing. Curly gets them both. I'm sorry, Curly. I think I've made a bad strategy plan. Dorado trying to make a move on Dorado here. Can't quite get it done. Both cars stuck behind Freesh. Dorado turning out the corner, maybe trying to get a better run through it. Doro tries to make the move on Freesh. It's not quite going to happen. Freesh looking to get Adoro back. Party takes a 3 seconds for corner cutting, but now Reese and Rise into the very hard braking zone. Doesn't quite happen. Freesh gets Adoro tape back. Adoro looking at the outside now. Reese leaves him in space. They're going to be side by side to the stadium section. Adoro pulls ahead and takes the position. Oh, yeah, this hasn't rained. I'm sorry, Curling. I thought it would rain. Oh no, I'm sorry. Reese goes purple once again. 2.5 tenths. 2 tenths. 10th tenth between them. Reese looks to the inside, he won't get it done. Rise just outbrakes himself, slightly runs deeper, but takes a slightly better exit. So, we are coming on to the final lap here in Miami. Reese goes back with a 30.5, looks to the inside, Rise move, they make contact. Reese holding the inside, Rise stays ahead, but Reese is keeping it there. Reese forced to pull out on the move, might have taken a nick on that front wing for what it was worth. Adoro will be hoping for these two to have a spectacular accident. I don't think it's coming half a second, and Reese won't have any DRS to play with now. Will they? No, I don't think so. Wish I had the thing where we could check. But it's raining! It's raining on the last lap of Miami! This track could get really quite moist. Reese looks to the outside. Rise Verde keeps it on the inside. They're going to be side by side in the stadium section. The car on the inside. They make contact. Reese into the wall. Adoro Tate's going to have to be careful because there's a Reese in the middle of the track. Breaches AI, goes straight into them, takes them both out of the race. Adoro gets caught up in it. There goes Carly. He goes through using those intermediates. Dorado gets through. Everyone's piled in. Animal and Broughton now both with no front wing. Carly takes time penalty for cutting the chicane. It's all gone absolutely haywire at the end here in Miami. There's a squabble behind for P5. Braun using the extra straight line speed to get past Animal. Rise been to the crosser line to take his first win of the season, followed by Doro Tay. Dorado will be next, but he might be under threat from Curly. Dorado will be next across, followed by Curly. Animal gets in front of Curly. Brought next with a penalty, has to avoid the stricken left tie. Curly once again falls more places. And Party will bring up the back of the field here in Miami. What a spectacular finish for the second round of FVC2 Season 2. 14 cars started, 7 finished. The rain was too much. Curly, I'm sorry for the bad strategy call. That's completely on me. Yeah, it's not. There's gonna be so many SIs. So, Rise Verde took a fabulous win for Alpine ahead of Adorote and El Dorado, who rounds out our podium. Animal was next, followed by Broughton, Curly, Party, Frisch, Reese and Salmon in P10. And 11th down went to Impulse, English, Demon and Pixels.